Have you ever wondered what Jesus' life was like as he was growing up? What did his ordinary daily life look like before he worked his very first miracle and began his public ministry? Today, we are in Nazareth, Jesus' hometown. He spent most of his life here, far from the great events the Gospels describe. We mostly know Jesus as the Son of God, and we remember the major moments: his birth in Bethlehem with angels and the wise men from the east. Later, his signs and miracles, his words, and in the end, the passion, the cross, and the resurrection. But today, I want to show you a place in Nazareth where a different, almost hidden chapter comes into view. The years in Nazareth, childhood, and growing up. It is the Church of St. Joseph. What is fascinating about this place is its focus on Jesus' daily life. It reminds us Jesus is not only the Son of God, he is also truly human, and his life included growing up and the ordinary life of a family. Right now, many pilgrims are coming out of the church, so for a moment it is quieter. Come in with me, and I will show you this place. Architecturally, this site is striking because it leads us through different layers of time. Above is the place of prayer, and beneath it, a rock-cut crypt. A brief look at the history helps us understand this place. The Franciscans acquired this property in 1754. The present church was built in 1914, directly over much older church remains. This trace can even be found in early sources. Pilgrim reports from the 7th century, around the year 670, already mention a church here connected with Jesus' growing up. When you enter, it first feels like a simple, small church with pews and an altar. On the left, you can still see Christmas decorations. But look above the altar. There is a beautiful image of the young Jesus with his parents. Joseph is shown as a protective father, looking kindly at his son with an arm around him. It is one of those moments when the focus of this place becomes clear immediately. There are more images, reliefs, and statues here, inside the church and out in the courtyard as well. And it becomes obvious how deliberately the church tells its story. Joseph is not a minor figure. In the Catholic view, he is the righteous man to whom God entrusted responsibility, guardian of the Virgin Mary, foster father of Jesus, protector of the family. The longer you stay and look at these depictions, the more one thing comes to the foreground, something we easily overlook: the daily life of Jesus in Nazareth as a child and as a young man within a family. Now we come to the most captivating part: the descent. We leave the bright upper church and go down into the crypt. Down here, the space feels very different, narrower, lower, closer to the rock. At first, you see more modern altars, but in tradition, this area is deeply connected with the home and working area of the Holy Family. This is shown in a particularly vivid way by a large mural painted directly on the bare rock. It shows the Holy Family in the middle of everyday life. Joseph is seated there, Jesus is seated there, and Mary is handing him something to eat, like bread, as if after cooking or baking. It feels like a scene from ordinary family life, and that human closeness is what makes this place so special. Right next to it, and beneath it, the archaeological layer becomes visible. During the works in 1914, caves, cisterns, and parts of earlier living spaces were found beneath the church. And here we come to a striking feature: a deep basin with steps cut directly into the rock. Experts discuss whether it was a Jewish ritual bath, a so-called mikveh, or an early baptismal basin. You realize this is not a single room, but a whole ancient underground area with caves and silos, some of them connected. You can see a defined water space directly beneath the foundation of the church. Around it are more details: rough rock surfaces, old walls, steps, and you can tell it continues even deeper. But that stairway is closed. At the bottom, you see a gate that blocks access to the next level. There's more down there, but not for us today. So we turn back and climb into the light, leaving rock and shadow behind. And in the chapel above, we pause, thinking of the Holy Family who lived here in Nazareth 2,000 years ago. Now, a question for you. Have you ever pictured what Jesus' everyday life in Nazareth looked like? If yes, what's the first scene that comes to mind? Write it in the comments. Only a few steps from here is the Basilica of the Annunciation with the grotto, where the Virgin Mary was told by an angel that she would bear Jesus. This is my next stop in Nazareth. If you want to see more about the Basilica, click the video above. And if you want to keep walking with me through the Holy Land, subscribe to the channel. God bless you from Nazareth, where Jesus spent his early years.